Welcome to another episode of TBC You and Me. In this series, we are diving into the timeless wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita, uncovering profound lessons and applying them to our daily lives. Today, we continue with Chapter 2, exploring verse 51 to 55. These verses guide us on the path of detachment, inner contentment, and how to attain unwavering peace in life. This is something we all need, isn't it? As always, we'll connect these teachings with real-life examples, modern-day relevance, and insightful research to make the Gita's wisdom deeply impactful for your life. Let's get started. Verse 51. The wise attain liberation. This verse says, those whose intellect is detached from results, who are established in wisdom, and who renounce selfish motives attain the supreme state beyond all sorrow. Krishna highlights that true liberation comes from detachment, not just from material possessions, but from the outcomes of our actions as well. Like sometimes we think we are attached to our house, our car, and that's what attachment is. But no, when we are doing something, be it a household chore or anything at office as well, we are expecting some kind of outcome. That is attachment as well. When our intellect is rooted in wisdom rather than selfish desires, we transcend suffering. In today's world, we often associate happiness with external achievements, right? Like promotions, wealth, or recognition. However, Krishna teaches us that lasting peace comes from detaching our sense of self-worth from these external markers. You don't need something to highlight that, oh, you're good enough, oh, you're doing this. We always are looking for some kind of acknowledgement, some kind of recognition. Just look in the mirror, look deeper inside yourself, and just be honest. Are you the same? Are you looking for the same? Because it's time to let go. A research study in psychological science revealed that individuals who focus on intrinsic goals like personal growth and relationships, they report greater life satisfaction compared to those driven by extrinsic goals like money and fame. As Buddha said, you only lose what you cling to. So, just keep it in your mind next time when you're clinging to anything in your life. Verse 52. Freedom from doubts. It says that when your intellect transcends the confusion of worldly desires, you will become indifferent to everything that has been heard or is to be heard. This verse emphasizes the importance of mental clarity. Krishna explains that when we rise above the noise of societal pressures and desires, our mind becomes free from doubts and we experience peace. How often do we get caught up in what society expects of us? Auntie wants this, mummy wants this, papa wants this. Everyone is expecting something, and we are always caught up in that expectation circle. The pressure to conform can cloud our judgment. Krishna's teaching inspires us to trust our inner wisdom and focus on what truly matters. Think of Malala Yousafzai, who despite societal restrictions stood firm in her belief in education. Her clarity of purpose allowed her to overcome fears and challenges, and she became a global symbol of resilience and wisdom. Well, this is something that I can back up with the research as well. A 2020 study in behavioral brain research shows that practicing mindfulness reduces overthinking and enhances decision making, aligning with Krishna's advice to rise above mental confusion. So if you are also struggling, the only thing you can do is start practicing mindfulness, a very small step towards clarity. Verse 53, unwavering focus. It says that when your mind is firmly fixed on the self, undisturbed by external distractions, you will achieve the ultimate state of yoga, union with the divine. Krishna stresses the need for single-pointed focus. When the mind is centered on the higher self and not swayed by external temptations, we achieve inner harmony and connection with the divine. In a world of endless distractions, notifications, social media, and multitasking, this teaching is a reminder to slow down and focus on what truly matters. Mindfulness and intentionality can help us stay centered. What else do we need in life? Elite athletes like Serena Williams train their minds to block out distractions and focus on their goals. This mental discipline is key to their success, and it mirrors Krishna's teaching on unwavering focus. Also, according to a Harvard Business Review, multitasking can reduce productivity by up to 40%, underscoring the importance of single-minded focus. So, next time when you're pressurizing yourself to do the multitasking, just focus on one thing at a time. I don't say that don't pick up many things at once, because in today's world we have to do it sometimes, right? I totally agree with that. But focus on what is at hand, and that is very crucial. Verse 54, the signs of a stable mind. It says that Arjuna asked, "O Krishna, what are the characteristics of one whose mind is steady and who is immersed in spiritual wisdom? How does such a person speak, sit, and walk?" Arjuna's question marks a pivotal moment. He wants to understand what a person with inner stability looks like, not just in words but in actions and demeanor. This verse encourages self-reflection. Instead of seeking traits in others, we can ask ourselves, are we calm in adversity? Do our actions reflect our inner values? Consider Mahatma Gandhi. His calm, composed demeanor during protests, even when faced with violence, exemplified a stable and wise mind in action. A study in Frontiers in Psychology found that emotionally stable individuals exhibit greater resilience and decision-making abilities, aligning with the qualities Arjuna seeks to understand. Verse 55, the bliss of detachment. To Arjuna's question, Krishna replied, "When one gives up all desires born of the mind and is content within the self, then that person is said to have a steady mind." Krishna answers Arjuna by describing the state of true contentment. When a person detaches from desires and he just finds joy within, they become unshakable, regardless of external circumstances. You must be thinking, how is that possible? It is. You just have to begin. This teaching resonates in today's consumer-driven world. True happiness doesn't come from buying the latest gadget or achieving the next milestone, but from finding peace within. Think about it yourself. Last time when you maybe had a victory, or maybe you aced in your class, aced in your college or university, you must be very happy. But that was very fleeting. It finished after like 15 minutes, half an hour, one day. So these are fleeting emotions. The happiness comes and goes. That's a pleasure, not happiness. You need to find peace. When you're at peace, when you're at calm, that's true happiness that any human soul craves for. I can speak for myself. That's the best thing I can get in life. A minimalism advocate, Joshua Becker, shared how simplifying his life and letting go of excessive possessions brought him immense joy and clarity. His journey reflects the bliss of detachment Krishna describes. A Gallup study found that people with intrinsic goals such as personal development report 20% higher happiness levels than those driven by materialistic pursuits. These things should encourage us that the teachings in Gita, Krishna said something that is so timeless, it can be applied to our lives as well. You just need to understand the meaning and start applying it today, just one by one. In this episode, we have uncovered the wisdom of verse 51 to 55, learning how detachment, focus, and inner contentment can transform our lives. Krishna's teachings guide us toward liberation from external pressures and desires, helping us find true peace within ourselves. Take a moment to reflect on today's insights. Can you focus more on intrinsic goals? Can you detach from results and find joy in the process? Think about these things. Thank you for joining me on TBC You and Me. Don't forget to tune in next time as we dive into the next set of verses and unravel more of Krishna's timeless wisdom. Remember to live mindfully and embrace the joy within. See you next time.